is Jazz from Caitlin Jazz Books, and today, as promised, like I said last week, or was it the week before? I don't know, I guess if you watch our videos you'll know. Yeah, but anyway, today I am doing a video on why you should read Skulduggery Pleasant by Derek Landy. Before I get into that, I'm going to be doing my current read at the moment, which is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, which is the second book in the Red Queen series, which Caitlin has already openly talked about in our series of recommend video. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I've only read 3 chapters, but I'm loving it a lot more than the book I was reading before, which was The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey, which I will probably get into in a wrap-up and TBR video, but I did not enjoy that book. But this is very refreshing and much better, so yeah. Having said that, let's get on with the video. So like I said, Skulduggery Pleasant is a series by Derek Landy. It at the moment has 9 main books and 2 short story books, one of which contains about, I don't know, 11 or 12 short stories. So there's quite a few books in this series. And yeah, this is my Derek Landy shrine. I don't know if you can see it. Ignore these 2 books here, but this is my Derek Landy shrine, and he deserves it. And after watching this video, hopefully you will see why. First of all, here is a brief synopsis of the entire series. The books follow the story of Valkyrie Kane, otherwise known as Stephanie, as she tries to delve deeper into this world of magic that she had discovered with her skeleton partner Skulduggery Pleasant, and together they solve different mysteries which vary throughout the series, obviously, while trying to juggle her normal life and keep it a secret from her parents, like she knows how to do magic and all that lot. So it's very interesting, and it's not really something that you see in a lot of books, people trying to juggle a double life. So it's quite refreshing when you sort of get into that. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole series summed up in a few words. And I understand it's very hard to sort of comprehend that there is a whole series dedicated to a skeleton detective who can use magic, and I know it sounds far-fetched, and I know it sounds childish, but trust me, after reading Derek Landy's books, you will see why everyone I've ever met who has ever read this series is absolutely raving about it. There is nothing childish about this series. It is a masterpiece in book form, which is pretty much the same thing. All books are masterpieces. But it's just beautiful. I've never kissed a book before, let alone on camera. So I guess this is a new thing for me. Series, there is some very strong characterization, and each character is extremely detailed, and by the end of the series you learn quite a lot about all the characters that are worth knowing a lot about. So obviously there is the main protagonist, who is Valkyrie Kane, and like I said, she tries to juggle her magic life with her normal life and tries to keep everything secret from the people that she loves in order to protect them from, I don't know, all the bad guys maybe, all the people that are trying to kill her. But, you know, you have to read the book to know what I'm on about. And you find out that she's very relatable, and obviously at the start of the series she is 12 years old, and at the end she is 18. And yeah, so obviously, like with the Harry Potter books, many people are the same age as the protagonist, so they can sort of follow that through. So yeah, it makes it very relatable, and obviously she's not a perfect character, she's a very flawed character in many different ways. And obviously she's not like a lot of teenagers because she can do magic, but she's just a very funny, very genuine character, and she is just someone that you would want to get to know very well in real life if she was real. And then of course there is Skulduggery Pleasant, who is her, well, not sidekick, she's more of his sidekick, but he is the, well, obviously he's the face of the series. I say face, he's a skeleton, so it's more of a skull, but you know what I mean. Anyway, he's a skeleton with a very dark, very complicated backstory, which I won't go into, but obviously if you read the series, you will know. He is a very funny character, and he likes to think that he is sophisticated, and he is such a great character because there is more than one side to him. At times he can be funny and charming and very witty. He's one of the very few characters in any book that can make me laugh and cry at the same time. Ah, Derek Landy, I love you very much. But anyway, on the other side, he can be a very dark, very mysterious, and, well, quite frankly, a very scary character at times. So, you know, there are these 2 different sides to him, and obviously that links all back to his past. And yeah, it's just mind-blowing how good Derek Landy describes this character. like I said, you really have to read the series to know what I'm talking about, so, you know, read the series. Those aren't the only two characters that Derek Landy describes very well. All the characters are described very well. A few examples would be China Sorrows, who is very sophisticated and elegant, yet is very brutal and merciless. There is Ghastly Bespoke, a tailor who just doesn't want to be part of the magic world, but makes very nice suits. There is Fletcher Wren, who is a teleporter with stupid hair, who I love. He is bae. But yeah, I'm not going to go into all of those because obviously you guys have other things to do than watch videos all day. Unless you're like me, of course. But, you know, enough about that. So yeah. Characters are very good in this series. The thing about this series is how intricate the plot lines are. So you get a few scenes in the first 2 or 3 books which seem insignificant at first, but then they keep sort of having one chapter cameos throughout the series until they become the major plot for the last few books, which I won't spoil or anything, but yeah, it gets messy, and then you think, oh my god, how have I been missing this the whole series? So there are many different sort of minor plot lines going on at the same time as the major one. Obviously, it wouldn't be a teenage series if there wasn't a bit of romance in there, while also some very secretive stuff going on as well. And the plots are magnificent, and they just suit the characters so well. And they're completely different for each book, so there is no way of you getting bored whatsoever. I've heard a few bad reviews about the second book, but even if that's true, which I don't think it was, just carry on because you have 9 books of awesomeness here. How some series end on just such a bad note and you just wish you'd never read them? Divergent trilogy, but you know, we've already talked about that, that is done. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. But the ending of this series is honestly one of the best final books of a series I have ever read. All the sort of like the loose ends are tied together really well. I feel like the characters had really fitting ends, and it was just brilliant. And there is no better end to a series. So if you want to feel satisfied about the closing of a series while getting really emotional, and it's just a very good book to immerse yourself into. So if it's got a very good beginning and a very good end, so, you know, what's not to love? The descriptions of everything in this series are also very good, because I know, like, I have this problem, I don't know about anyone else, but sometimes when an author describes a character or a scene, they don't really go into much detail, so you imagine it in your head, and then a few pages later, they describe the thing that the author was talking about, and it's completely different to what's in your head, and the characters go from being in some sort of jungle in the middle of nowhere or a street on the back streets of New York or whatever, and then the next thing you know, they're on a beach in Hawaii. I mean, we've all read a book like that. Like, the descriptions, sometimes they mess you up, and it's not just with scenes either, sometimes it's with characters and you have to reimagine the whole character, and it's just stressful. Bookworm problems, 2K16. But yeah, not with this series. Like I said, the descriptions are very intricate, and Derek Landy just does a fantastic job with everything. But, you know, that's my just personal opinion. So you should read the series and, you know, form your own opinion about that. Another great thing about this is it's not just one genre. And I think I said something about this earlier, like there's a bit of romance in there. But also, throughout the early books, there is obviously murder mystery, action, thriller, romance. There is a tiny bit of sci-fi, I would say, as the series progresses, but it's not an awful lot. And it's just, this is why it's suitable for a whole range of different people, and it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. So if you like any of those genres that I've just mentioned, or even if you don't, you know, maybe this will change your opinion. I mean, it's that good. Also, this series has won numerous awards. I couldn't name any of them off the top of my head because I'm not very good at that sort of thing, but I know that this series has won a ton of awards, so if that doesn't if I don't validate your need to read the series, surely all the awards must. I mean, the series would not get awards if it wasn't a good series, right? Derek Landy is releasing a second series of Skulduggery Pleasant next year, and that might sound bad, because once a series is closed, you expect it to stay closed, like Harry Potter, but, you know, watch my Cursed Child review, okay? It's that was a good book, but now I hear she's releasing more books. This is not about J.K. Rowling, okay? This is about Derek Landy, and I have a feeling that the new series is going to be amazing. It's gonna still follow the main characters still, but he's introducing lots of new characters, and obviously he's just like released the fact that he's actually releasing a new series, so I have no idea about anything else. I just know that it's going to be awesome. So if you haven't read the original series, you have a lot of catching up to do before next year. So, you know, what better time to start than now, so you can read the new series when it comes out, right? Right? Before I go, I'm just going to run through all the books, just so you know which ones there are, so you buy them in the right order. I will probably leave this in the description as well, just so you know where to go and what to buy, so you don't buy them in the wrong order. I know I've done that before. So, first of all, you have Skulduggery Pleasant, you then have Playing with Fire, you have the Faceless Ones, you have Dark Days, you have Mortal Coil, you have Deathbringer, you have Kingdom of the Wicked, Last Stand of Dead Men, and The Dying of the Light, and the spin-off books, Maleficent 7 and Armageddon Out of Here, which include short stories in Armageddon Out of Here. That's really hard to say, really fast, but yeah, it's just an amazing series, and like I've said before, I cannot recommend this enough, so you should totally go read it. And leave down in the comments what you think, because I'm genuinely interested to hear what you think about this, because, you know, I just love talking about it. So please leave a like and comment if you enjoyed. Also feel free to subscribe, you know, it's free, you just click on the button and there you go, you get to see me and Caitlin every week. So, well, you know, we alternate, but you see a lot of our videos together. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it's inspired you to go and read my favourite series ever. So go out and do it. Don't watch this video, go and read it. Books are good. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!